I want you to hear this story if all the joint pain advice on social media confuses you. So many years ago, my rugby coach invited 20 other coaches to come and analyse a training session that I was a part of. And at the end of that training session, all 20 coaches were invited to give their opinions and their views on what we as players could have done better. And they were literally shouting over at each other, trying to get their viewpoint across. And it was super overwhelming, it was super confusing, because a lot of the views contradicted each other. So we were a little lost with what to distinguish as accurate and helpful from what was not helpful and what was not accurate. And we were all moody teenagers at the time. So I remember we were all huddled together after saying, I hate how that tall coach spoke to me. I think it was very disrespectful. But at that point, our actual coach came up to us and said the feedback that was necessary, the feedback that was clear, but he also said something that was super helpful and it resonated with me a lot, and I remember to this day, and that was in his New Zealand accent: sometimes a coaching session like this can turn into a who has the biggest cock competition, but don't let all the confusion stop you. And the reason this is important for social media is because social media is also a who has the biggest cock competition. The overwhelming amount of content can often confuse you and stop you from making progress. But the truth is, there's several ways to get out of joint pain, and instead of standing still and trying to figure out the perfect way, find the content that you trust can help you get the best outcome and avoid the rest. Literally avoid the rest, even if that's my content. Some people resonate with my content, others simply won't. And if you don't let me add to your confusion and stop you, because the truth is, there's never been an easier time to get out of joint pain because of all the great content you can access on social media. But that's also one of the biggest barriers to actually getting out of joint pain, because there's such a overwhelming amount. It can be difficult to know what to do because they're all contradicting each other. So just focus on taking action on the content that you trust will get you the outcomes that you want, which is getting out of joint pain, and literally avoid all the other content confusing you or stopping you from getting out of joint pain. Dare I say it, even if that content belongs to me.